How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. We are reacting to Daredevil Season 1, Episode 8, Shadows in the Glass. I don't know what Shadows in the Glass could be, honestly. I can't imagine, no, I really don't know. I have no idea what Shadows in the Glass could be. No idea. No guesses. Sorry. Let's just get right into it and find out. If you want to get full-length reactions, it's $8 a month. Check it out on the Patreon. It's in the description below. Or you can get early access to the next reaction already. It's $4 a month. It's also in the description. Go check it out. Let's get on with the reaction. Okay, so let's start this baby out by saying that when I remembered that Rance in chat, I was just randomly talking about, I don't know why, but about episode 1. And Rance, the guy who kidnapped 4 Union Allied, and it was a request by Fisk. Wesley said that Fisk specifically was requesting it of the police officer guy. So that means that when Fisk says that the Russians were evil for kidnapping, he was absolutely, especially children too, because he also kidnapped a child too. So, absolutely lying out his teeth there to Vanessa after he said that he wouldn't lie to her anymore, which is very interesting. Like, that is, because especially after this episode and how much she has changed him, it is interesting that he is still lying to her. And I'm glad that I caught that, because I feel like that's going to be a big thing. But yeah, so this episode really revolves around entirely Kingpin and his perspective on all these things. I like that we get to have this, like, the mirror shot at the beginning. I assume that he's always sort of thinking, I mean, we got that in there, you know, that he's not his father. Like, am I still that boy? Am I still the boy just following what my father tells me to do, or told me to do, or wanted me to do? Or am I my own man? Am I doing my own thing? Do I have my own ideals and my own ambitions and all that? Even as far as, like, he put the painting that looks like his drywall right next to his bed, so he sees it every day when he wakes up, which, boy, I don't know what kind of psychological fucking that's gonna do to him. Like, I don't know why he does it, but I mean, it's clearly it is similar to the, like, you know, wanting to confirm who he is, but that's some psychological torture right there that he's doing to himself. We let Murdoch in on the whole Urich situation, which, again, just episode by episode, Karen becomes harder and harder to like. She's just becoming stupider and stupider and stupider each episode. Oh yeah. We also have, with Nobu and Gao, we have Fisk just living that middle management life, man. He is absolutely right. Nothing he has done has been bad. Like, nothing he has done has really had any negative consequences, really. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's all been his employers, and they're the incompetent ones, and they're all mad with him because he's the boss, but it's their incompetence that is the reason that they're in this situation. So stupid. Like, just in terms of, like, them being, like, you know, I understand his frustrations. He's just like, God damn it. Well, if everybody just does what they're supposed to fucking do, like, you know, with the Nova situation, like, I told you the cops were not gonna fuck with you, and they didn't. It's not my fault the Black Mask Man fucked you up. It's not my, like, job to handle him. It's your job. Ugh, these guys are they don't give a shit. So unrespectful. Understandably, though. Actually switching it up, I used to always do my notes on paper like this, but I'm trying to type it all out now because my handwriting is terrible and I can't even fucking read what I have to say at the time. We had the mention of the Yakuza being a necessary evil, as well as the fact that he had a box with Japanese writing in his room. I don't know. I think that was the box that had his pins in it, but we didn't see that. I tried to rewatch that scene multiple times. We don't exactly see that. It's kind of implied, but it's not really. So, I don't know what's going on there. It could be something entirely different. He just sat the pins on top of it after he got them out. Of a different case, I mean. What else do we have? We had the whole Blake and Halfin situation, which was extremely depressing and extremely emotional, actually. Surprisingly, for two random-ass characters. They're not important, really. Halfin maybe will start to become more important, but right now, they're the two dirty cops. They're not really of importance. And they had a really heavy scene. Like, you have to imagine having to kill your partner, having to work with him for, your entire life. I can't remember how long he said it was, but it was a long, long, long time. And it didn't even go like Leland, his quip about it was perfect. Like, it couldn't have gone more wrong. I mean, I guess it could have, because it, worked out for them in the end, but it was a clusterfuck. They were also making an outfit for Leland, speaking of his quip and everything. They were making an outfit for him, I assume similar to the one that Kingpin was wearing, the armor sort of suit. Something like that, perhaps, in case anything happened while they were out there. No, because that was before he had decided to do that. So, maybe just because the black man is, the black man. The man in the black mask is running around, more. Or not running around more, but, it's becoming so much more of a problem that they want to, protect Leland as well. Because if something happens to Leland, something happens to all of them. We of course know, we knew this already with the good that Vanessa said, when everything was exploding. But, now, definitely confirmation that she is batshit insane. Completely crazy. I'm glad though. I want to see more on her, because she does seem like she's on a power trip, like a beauty trip. I would say, rather than a power trip. She seems like she is aware that she is, like, insanely beautiful. I don't want to say, like, she's insanely attractive or anything. Like, she's not, like, super sexy or anything like that. But she does have a, like, angelic beauty to her, which and with the prince, thing and everything that she talked about, she might have a, like, be going on a beauty trip of, like, wanting power through, winning men over to her side. And not necessarily in a sense where she has a goal in any of this, but just in a sense of she likes the thrill of it. Like, she likes the thrill of being with crazy people a little bit, I feel like. I don't know. I might be reading way too much into it, but, like, I'm interested in her and why she's so fucking crazy. What else do we have here? Let's get into, the end. Let's get into the end first, because we're going to have to save the bulk of this conversation for the father. So out of the shadows, into the light. Fisk is out in the public. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows Leland. They know Vanessa now, too. Assumingly as his, girlfriend. I don't know if they said. But, this is not, now he's known. Yes, it's a big, huge thing. And now, the idea of, like, how to take him out, you have to kill him, right? You do. Like, we've been talking about this before, like, well, he'll find a way to do it without killing him, but now you can't just expose him because the public already knows. And you can try and expose him for what he's done, but how are you going to find evidence of that? That's going to be the hardest thing here, is evidence. Before it's just, well, if I just, put you in the public spotlight, then blah, blah, blah. But no. Now it's just, now we need actual hard evidence, or we kill him. So, that's happening. So, let's talk about Bill Fisk. Let's actually, I don't even want to talk about Bill Fisk. I want to talk about the father figures in general, of all the ones we've gotten so far between Jack Murdock, Stick, and Bill Fisk. Because they're all very similar, and I think that's going to be a big theme of this series in general, is father figures. Maybe between other characters, maybe just those three in general. But, Bill is very similar to Jack. Stick is the most different out of all of them, but he is also very similar to Jack in a similar sense. Different, though, to Bill, I would say. Which is interesting that I can say Bill and Jack are very similar, and Jack and Stick are very similar, but Stick and Bill are not very similar. But anyway, I would say to boil down their thing, their mantra, if you would call it that. Their thing they're all about. I would say Jack is to always get back up. Stick is to no emotion, not only to like have no emotion, but keep your emotions down, stay a soldier. And Bill is to never hold back / to uphold your pride. I'm not sure which I should say for that one. Like, uphold your pride I don't think necessarily also means never hold back. But, so I might have to do a / there. While all the Jack and Stick I feel like are easier enough to simplify in a sentence. Like that. But yeah, so they each have their own sort of ideals of what a man is, because that is the thing they do also all share, is that they are very classic, powerful, I don't know, like masculinity, that kind of father figure, the very old school father figure. They're all about that, every single one of them, to a very toxic degree. But in different degrees of it. And I do think it is a sliding scale of worse father figures to better father figures, going from Bill to Stick to Jack, of worst to best. But, and again, I don't think Jack is a great father figure. I think he is a good one. Honestly, I do. I think he's pretty decent. But it's also coming from someone with a horrible father, actual father. So, I could be biased in that. But like, Stick is rough. Stick is rough because it's like, he is a father figure even though he himself doesn't want to be the father figure. So it's rough including him in here, and then also Murdoch having two father figures while Fisk had the one. But either way, they are all very... I don't know, I'm kind of just repeating myself now. Let's move on. Jack and Bill specifically both did the drinking thing of having their kid drink, which I think is interesting enough to bring up, because, like, when Jack did it, when Bill did it, it seemed like a bad thing. Like, it seemed like a thing of, like, look how horrible of a father he is. Whereas when Jack did it, it seemed like a, oh, he's one of these fathers. Like, it was a, oh, he is one of those fathers that would, tell their kid to drink. That is a idea someone has of a father in general. It paints a picture very clearly, pretty quickly. But they weren't trying to, I don't think at least they were trying to make it come off of like, look what a shitty father he is. Whereas with Bill, it did seem like they were trying to say, look what a shitty father he is. And I think the difference in there is just in the way that they did it. Like, Bill's was a more command, drink this, and made him do it, while Jack was a just like, I need you to have steady hands and whatever. Like, Bill was you need to do this as a man, whereas Jack was just, I would say, more, you can as a man. If you want to, you can as a man. I mean, like, he was doing it for the nerves, but it felt more like he doesn't care. Not I want you to do this, but I don't care. Which is very different, and I think that is interesting enough to bring up. Both of them, both Jack and Bill, are gambled their entire family's future on money. Now, we don't know fully what happened with Jack and his wife and everything, but I assume a similar type of situation probably happened. But at least with Murdoch, we do know that it was the whole, a big gamble for money. A big, his wasn't even a gamble, because his was him purposefully not doing it, because his ideals were held higher than his want for money and stuff. And honestly, it seemed like Bill was probably about to do the same thing. It seemed like he was about to go try and beat the shit out of Rigoletto or something, even though that would not work. But, I know who Rigoletto is, but, his dad did not seem like he would... It seemed like his dad, if what's his name, Wilson, didn't kill him. It's so weird calling him Wilson and not Fisk. But like, if Wilson didn't kill him there, probably would have died that night anyway. But yeah, interesting that they both are. They both fucked up their family situation in very similar ways. At least I'm guessing with Jack. I mean, it definitely seems like it. But then again, the mother's also fucking... to be fair, both their mothers are also very bad from what we see. Like, Wilson's mother, very bad mother too. Just in terms of... like, nowhere near as bad as Bill. Nowhere near as bad as Bill, absolutely. But, like, you know, she was trying to get him in a system of, you know, eating when he's sad. And just in general... not really like help. Like, she was like, all right, what we're gonna have to do is chop this body up into multiple body parts, instead of like just telling the police. And you know, not a great father figure either. She didn't do much to, you know, actually try and get him out of the situation, which I know, Stockholm syndrome and all that, but still, you can't just forgive them because of that. There's, you know, you gotta hold them accountable too. Do I have anything else? Nope, that's it for this. Next episode, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? What's Murdoch gonna do? Are we gonna focus on Murdoch? Or are we gonna focus on more Kingpin? Because with the way things happened, I don't know what the fuck Murdoch's gonna do. So I feel like our main focus might still be on Kingpin and everything that's going down between Leland and Nobu and Gao and everything. Like, they're just all gonna be talking about it. Could they be talking over an hour? Hell no. So what's gonna happen? I just spilled tea on myself, but let's find out.